Let's move on to Best Ending. Got a list of nominees here. We got Killing Bites. We've got Pop Team Epic. We've got Hakame and Mikochi. We've got Hakata Tonkotsu Ramens. And we've got Cardcaptor Sakura. Is there anything that we want to add to that list before we move on to cutting things?
Cardcaptor Sakura's closing is one of the cutest, best animated, well-composed closings on this entire list. Visually, it's colorful, it's expressive. There's so much motion, so much going on. I really, really like it.
I'm cool with going with, here's the thing. I think none of these endings stood out to me. I don't think any of them were particularly very good. I'll go with yours.
I like endings that put the characters in a different situation. Killing Bites ending does that.
Yeah, dude.
Also, it's Cheesecake for Days, which I enjoy.
Thank you.
Also, I like the song.
The song's not too bad. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, actually, the song's actually pretty catchy. Kind of reminds me of Guilty Gear a little bit.
A little, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I have a thing for guitar, and so yeah, it's pretty good. That being said, the ending itself is kind of just cheesy stuff. Yeah. Like I'll give it that. It's good. It's entertaining. It's fun, and there's a lot of fan service. If we're in this show, fine. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm 100% okay with fan service in this show. That being said, I think Cardcaptors is way more creative and better.
Well, before we get into that discussion, let's talk about the other three on here and make sure we feel good about cutting them.
Yeah.
Pop Team Epic is cute.
It was fine.
cute.
I like that different people sang it. That they had
Yeah.
different singers like every episode. I thought that was really
Not
cool.
every.
For near the end, it was different every time. I think the last 6 episodes.
Yeah. I like that it's a fun genre send up of like, what if this was actually a show about adorable
Yeah.
like preschool ass schoolgirls? That said, that's kind of its one trick. It plays it well, but
it's cute. It's effective.
I like the song a lot.
Yeah, the song is good.
song's pretty good.
Hakame Mikochi's ending is spectacular.
It's very good.
It's soft. It's very. I love the actual music and the idea of having being these simple, beautiful visuals along with telling a story. Every
Yeah,
time.
I love those.
Dude.
I love the fact that it tells a little story, gives you a little more info on the world. I might weight that more heavily if it weren't for the fact that it is real hard to read that shit.
Oh yeah.
Subtitled on High Dive.
Oh, yeah.
That's not really the ending's fault, but it does.
I feel you, though. It was tough to read.
It's rough.
Yeah.
Beyond that, it's kind of boring. Soft music, pleasant visuals, whatever.
We're walking.
I actually really like the song.
Yeah.
But it's very much in tone with the rest of the show.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's very slow paced.
Yeah.
Chillax.
It's not surprising to me at all. It gels well with the show itself. I like the singer. I actually like the lyrics. They're very comforting. Again, it's anime Hyuga, and I'm all the way into it. So, that being said,
And the ending to Hakata Tonkotsu Ramens I liked a lot better when it was set to a better song and was the opening to Cowboy Bebop.
So the interesting thing is, Cowboy Bebop took that visual style from other things.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I just thought they implemented it better.
Yeah, well, let's be fair, they've implemented it the best. Like, outside of anime, there was some stuff that in the 70s, they took it from 70s movies and stuff like that and shows, but Cowboy Bebop has probably done it better than any other anime has ever tried, and they have. Did you know that freaking, I shit you not, Disney XD put together a Digimon DNA save or DNA whatever commercial based off the Cowboy Bebop opening? It was the weirdest damn thing.
I don't know if I saw that.
Dude,
I'll have to look it up.
I don't know why they did it, but it's
great.
It's good.
I'm sure it's awesome.
It's a clear visual reference. But
I don't even remember it.
I barely remember it. It's cool. I like how it shows the preferred weapon of choice for a bunch of the hitmen. That's neat. But besides that, it's just trying to be Persona 3. So, or 4. I can't remember which one.
All right. So if we're nixing that, I mean, Is it down to Cardcaptor Sakura and Killing Bites? Those seem to be the two that any of us are actually passionate about.
I was really passionate about Hakume Mikochi and not that much about Killing Bites.
I
think Hakume Mikochi's is better because, one, it's like...
I would be more inclined to say yes to Hakume and Mikochi's ending.
I pretty strongly disagree. I mean, it was fine. It was not a bad ending. Of course, you have to really shit the bed to have a bad ending because that's the part of a show that if you don't like it, you can just turn it off and it's fine. But
I was sort of sad. Cardcaptor Sakura's got this amazing ending and a boring opening. Fuck you, fight me.
Okay, well, I also really like the Killing Bites one.
All right, cool. Well then, I as long as I get my Cardcaptor Sakura in first place, I certainly can't argue to have both of my pieces of cake and eat them. So,
I mean, tell us a little about Cardcaptor Sakura's ending, because it's...
Yeah, I guess you guys haven't watched it, but one of the cool parts about it is that it's all done in this, I wouldn't say it's crayon. It looks more like, how do I put this? Like pencil. It's colored pencil through the entire thing. And it's very well animated, and it's Sakura, like, going throughout different parts of her day in different places, set really well to the music. And again, the music works really well. And there are just a bunch of really great character acting throughout the entire thing. Lots of great motion, lots of great colors. It's visually just so great to watch. I never skipped the ending when I watched it. I skipped the opening every time. I didn't skip the ending when I had other things to do. So it's got great character acting, great motion, great colors, a good song. I just think it's one of the more solid closings out of this season.
If it changes up the art medium, right?
Yes.
Color pencil? I'm about that. That sounds cool. And
All right.
like, here's the thing: I'm not like super passionate about endings, but you seem really passionate about this one.
Yeah.
I'm willing to be a +1 to your side.
Yeah, it's the only closing this entire, like, Hakume Mikochi's was cool because it had a gimmick to it, and I really liked the song. This is the only one where I was like, no, I just fucking dig on this. I really love it. So.
All right. Well, I'm with you. Like, I like Killing Bites the best out of the bunch. In fact, I really like the Killing Bites the more I think about it. If you want to talk about one that I never skipped, not once, and Killing Bites, after a certain amount of time, was the last thing I watched every week. That's the one where I had the most impetus to, okay, now I can go do something else. Every time. Of course, part of that also was, I need to see what Oshi's up to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not actually part of the ending. All right, I think we've got best ending of Winter 2018. Runner-up, Killing Bites. Winner, taking Scott's word on it because I don't want to go into the other room and watch it.
I'm looking at it right now, and it's so pretty and smooth.
I told you, man.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Tyler, tiebreaker vote.
All
Not
right.
even a fan of Cardcaptor, but this is really, like, really smooth animation, really jumpy. It's real nice.
There's this scene where it's her, like, repeated over as cheerleaders, and they all jump to spell her name.
Oh, that's okay.
It's so good, okay?
Winner, best ending, Winter 2018, Cardcaptor Sakura. Clear Card Saga?
Yeah,
Yeah. I was about to say Clear Card Corner. That's a different thing.
that was what I called it.
Yeah. Guys, endings can be purdy, but what if a whole show was purdy? We might have a category about that. Purdiest show. The nominees: Ancient Magus Bride, Citrus, Hakume and Mikochi, Killing Bites, A Place Further Than the Universe, Devilman Crybaby, and After the Rain.
Oh!
This is a tough category.
Oh no, I wasn't expecting it to be this hard. No.
I will throw this out in the beginning to make things easy. After the Rain is a very pretty show in a lot of ways. I like the art style. It is insanely well directed. But this is a really strong category, and this is not one of those, I'll give it up because I'm the only one who saw it. I actually do not think it is one of the top 2 on this list.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Devilman Crybaby. We have to talk about this. It can be ugly, but when it wants to be ugly, it's intentionally being ugly, and it's not ugly for the sake of just it was poorly
The
done.
animation is incredible.
Yeah, it's
nothing
insane.
else looks like it except by something he's done.
Yeah.
That's what saves it for so many people. They'll say the story sucks, whatever, but the visuals, holy shit.
See, I feel like Devilman's one that we come back to when we're
Yeah.
talking about what wins. I don't think I don't think that's an early cut.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. So, okay, let's go to an easy one. Citrus. You're super duper. Wait, oh shit, I guess that wasn't actually because we're just talking about pretty. Shit.
Yeah.
That was
No,
actually
like
a really
that
pretty
Citrus
show.
looks incredible.
It is an incredible looking show, but is it more incredible looking than A Place Further Than the Universe or Ancient Magus Bride?
Okay, Hakume Mikochi. Hakume Mikochi has some great stills, some great visual shots. It's aesthetic. It's primo. Like, way
Yeah.
to go with those backgrounds.
Yeah.
Otherwise, well, it's got great backgrounds, great aesthetic. Like, it's visually and you know,
I mean, the manga panel stuff is
Oh, it's
really
so cool. I love that shit.
that's really great. Its character designs take it down a little. Like, they're intentionally simple, but they're also they look samey at sometimes. It's hard to tell those characters apart without their very different outfits.
The animal designs are cool, but yeah, the people are just kind of indistinct little blobs.
Yeah.
With different hairstyles and costumes.
I
put
think that
on.
might just be a consequence of how the manga is. If like just the really far out shots, you can still see the just big old like beans that are the people. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I still think Hakume and Mikochi looked amazing.
Oh, it did. I'm not saying it, but I'm saying in comparison to some of the other shows on the list, it doesn't compare for me to Place Further Than the Universe, Cryman Devil,
Cryman Devil Baby.
Yeah. Yes. It doesn't compare to those because
No, but yeah.
All right, crossing off Hakume and Mikochi with respect, with love, because especially the manga panel stuff, like that's something that nobody else is doing, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I really like that.
Killing Bites.
I mean,
I think, yeah.
I think the art looked really cool at like when it wanted to. There were some bungled parts, but I think that's just the nature of the beast.
yeah.
That they can't all be winners.
Yeah, I think it was often incredibly well animated and directed, but not always. And we're getting down to the point where slim margins are all it takes.
Yeah. In the face of this competition, I do think we'd have to cut Killing Bites.
Yeah.
I think Citrus was really, really pretty. It did some great stuff with its compositing.
The
like,
colors are so good.
God,
Yeah.
right? Like everything in that show looked spot on. It's difficult because I want to cut that show because I hate it, but I also cannot ignore the fact that if it weren't for those problematic elements, if it had been adapted correctly from the manga, I might not love it. It'd still be kind of trashy, but man, I'd still have a couple characters I like and a show that is just gorgeous.
I would still place A Place Further Than the Universe above it visually, I believe. Just because, while the colors are great, I like the character designs, I like the art style, I'm still just looking at a high school. A Place Further Than the Universe gave you these amazing vistas. It gave you the ship.
The boat. Oh yeah. No, the boat looked awesome.
Yeah, and not to mention the character acting and the background
The lighting.
and the lighting
Yeah.
and oh my god.
Like the use of photorealism too was very well done.
There's so much going on in every single shot.
Yeah.
At any time. Like
It's peak Madhouse.
I personally, if it's gonna be down to a battle of it versus Devilman for me, like
I would tend to agree.
because no offense to Ancient Magus Bride, we've talked about it before. We've talked about how visually impressive it was. If you want my honest opinion, I thought this season actually dropped the ball on that too.
I think so too. I think a lot of the character designs seemed really inconsistent, and we were visiting a lot of the same locations and Nothing nearly as impressive as stuff in the first. Like no crazy Land of the Dragon shit. Like we didn't get any like real. Oh, we got some visual stuff. Like the fairies had some cool, like the huge ass trees and everything. Those are awesome, but nothing really super different from the common settings we'd already seen.
Yeah, like let's be clear. Ancient Magus Bride dropping the ball is still head and shoulders above so much other shit on TV.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I think it's a testament to how strong this season was visually, or at least the shows that we saw, that, yeah, I think...
You know, we're dealing with 95 pluses here, and Ancient Magus is down to like a 91.
Yep. So...
Place Further Than the Universe versus Devilman Crybaby. That is a rough choice.
Because it's almost impossible. Because
they're so different.
Apples and oranges.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie to you, if we just wanted to say like there's no comparing these two, they kind of both have to take the top spot for different reasons, I'd actually argue for that. Because when it comes down to it, they're masterclasses in both of what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Where one of them is trying to tell this slice of life story with this adventure element, the other one is abstract, purely abstract. Like it's trying to do this very, very different art style that approaches this supernatural story of God and Satan.
Yeah.
How do you comparing them is almost not fair. Where do you go? Where do you start? What do you do with that?
I think what it comes down to, and you're right, comparing them hardly seems fair, but I also firmly believe that declaring ties is a mark of cowardice and weakness of character.
I agree. I agree.
Oh man, I love you for that. I love how you're always like, yeah, we could take the easy way out if you were a coward.
Okay.
So I think if I have to choose one, like at the end of the day, A Place Further Than the Universe is doing something. It's doing something. How do I even want to say it?
It's doing the
norm
incredibly
this well.
Yes. Yeah.
But Devilman Crybaby is. It comes down to ambition. It is.
Yeah.
There is nothing else that looks like it.
You can't. Well. Other stuff he's done.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah, if you check out the other Yuasa stuff, and that makes it hard because Yuasa, no offense, is well, this is an offense. He just does this shit.
Yeah.
He does crazy off the wall,
and
insane,
it's awesome.
It's dude, ping pong.
Yeah,
Kaiba.
ping pong, Kaiba, all his shorts. I don't know if you've seen like his short films.
haven't.
They're so good.
No.
Yeah. But that's the thing. We've seen shittier Place Further Than the Universe. It's every other slice of life show.
Exactly. Yeah.
What's shittier Yuasa? Nobody else is doing it. Probably somebody somewhere is. Fuck him, I've never heard of him.
Oh yeah, Peter Chung. Although even Peter Chung was still doing pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, no, Peter Chung's way more like he's very stylistic, but he's not taking it to this crazy extent.
He's not.
I think just what I would push for Prettiest Show, you can't see stuff like this in any other medium. You could see something like A Place Further Than the Universe. You can see backgrounds this good if you go to these locations.
Yeah, if we want to take what pushes its medium to the very limit, Devilman Crybaby sort of does that.
Sounds like we're reaching a consensus. Winner 2018, Prettiest Show, runner-up, A Place Further Than the Universe. Winner, Devilman Crybaby.
Fuck, man. Fuck.
It's rough. Best soundtrack.
Okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
So,
here we go.
Yeah, Cowboy.
Cowboy Bebop.
Devilman Crybaby's at top. What else?
What's number 2?
What's fighting for second place?
All right, we got Ancient Magus Bride. We got Hakame and Makochi. We got Killing Bites. We got Hakata Tonkotsu Ramens. We got A Place Further Than the Universe. Devilman Crybaby, and After the Rain.
Oh, is After the Rain soundtrack really good?
It is, like, in much the same way as A Place Further Than the Universe, I probably would never want to sit down and listen to it by itself, but it carries those dramatic scenes so hard.
Okay.
Yeah, I think as a soundtrack, doing what a soundtrack is supposed to do, giving emotional weight to things, and especially with a show as grounded and character-driven as After the Rain, like scenes that could have been just a snooze fest if they were done with any less precision visual and soundtrack panache. Yeah, it's incredible. That said, well, let's
What can we cut?
let's talk about what we can
Hakata
cut.
Tonkotsu Ramen's had a cool soundtrack. I actually liked it.
I did too.
I would not.
I like its soundtrack.
Yeah. That being said, it's basically just 70s throwback. Like, it doesn't do
Yeah.
anything all that original. If the show had been better, that might have worked better, but
Yeah. I would agree with that. Like, full respect to what was quite possibly the actual best part of the show.
It,
Yeah.
it really was. I
It
think
was.
the soundtrack was the strongest element.
yeah.
Yeah. But
Ancient Magus Bride, how do we feel about that soundtrack? I thought it was really good.
It was really good.
Yeah, I thought it was very effective.
I will, you know what, before we even get there, I will throw out Killing Bites. I love that soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
I love dumb butt guitar. But I can also get that lots of places.
I think it was used incredibly well.
Yes.
But it was also repetitive.
Yeah. I don't think it was to the show's detriment at all, but much like in Purdia's show, we're dealing with slim margins here.
Yeah, I'm okay with cutting that.
Cutting Killing Bites. Hakame and Makochi, like,
Actually, I'm not. Did I have that put on there?
I'm not sure.
I don't remember the music from that show. I mean, it was
Yeah.
never bad, but I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't hum any particular tune, or I think it helped to create like the atmosphere. The whole point of that is like to be relaxing, and
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
goes that mile.
Yeah, it was never offensive.
No,
But yeah, it's hard for relaxing music to stand out.
Yeah.
sometimes, yeah.
So I think we can feel pretty good about cutting that. So now we've got Ancient Magus Bride, A Place Further Than the Universe, Devilman Crybaby, and After the Rain. I don't know. I'm struggling to remember anything from Ancient Magus Bride's soundtrack.
I remember it was really good when it was in full effect. But
The last like 5 episodes or so, I felt like had a lot of really good moments with the music.
Yeah, I really like the music from Ancient Magus. What else is there?
It's that, A Place Further Than the Universe, Devilman Crybaby, and After the Rain.
So, A Place Further Than the Universe, it's part of its OST was these insert songs that were used incredibly well.
Yeah.
Like, they were always very well done. The incidental music was okay, but I feel like the heart of it is its insert songs, its vocal tracks that just carried a lot of those bigger scenes. It's hard to ignore that because it's hard to do that as consistently as they did.
Dude, that song with the emails, man, I
Oh,
died.
fuck.
I died.
Yeah. And it also, insert songs can often feel intrusive. Like, oh, here's the thing that they got for the soundtrack, throw it in there. Fuck. It never felt like, I believe you that it had insert songs. I remember a lot of good songs. At no point did it take me out of it.
Yep.
And that's
Yeah.
impressive.
And that's a pretty damn good sign. We also, so in the first season, I really, really liked the music for Ancient Magus Bride. In the second season, we got less of the stuff that I liked.
I think there was some sparks of it
Yeah.
when it really wanted to, but yeah, I'm okay with folding it, honestly, because in my mind it's already Devilman, then what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what we're all sort of dancing around.
Well, at that point, we haven't seen After the Rain, so it's
Yeah, honestly, I would have a hard time choosing between them. So based on that, I think Devilman, A Place Further Than the Universe I think that's strong. I am perfectly comfortable with that.
all right.
I think that's good.
So, congratulations. Best Soundtrack, winner 2018. Runner-up, A Place Further Than the Universe. Winner, Devilman Crybaby, which we haven't actually talked about because it is just so fucking phenomenal. What do you need to say?
Yeah,
You
no.
can just go listen to the soundtrack.
Yeah.
You don't. It's amazing.
Don't-
It's some of the coolest electronic shit you'll ever hear.
Don't even bother trying to get our opinion on it. It's just really fucking good. It runs the gamut. And it's electronic, orchestra, dark gothic.
Even all the hip hop stuff that they worked in, God, like they juggled music so well.
Stupid good.
Guys, let's talk about the best surprise this season. This is a category that's about the gulf between, in this case, a positive gulf between expectation and delivery. Something we weren't expecting to be that great, that holy shit, this was amazing. We've got down here Killing Bites, A Place Further Than the Universe, Hakame and Makochi, and After the Rain.
Killing Bites.
Killing Bites.
No, it was garbage. It was stupid garbage. Was what I was thinking. I thought it was terrible. I was like, this is gonna be the worst thing this whole season.
I was ready for it to be dumb trash. I wasn't ready for it to be like pristine trash.
Yeah, it's top tier trash.
I was not ready for it to cross that Bering Strait of quality all the way over.
Best trash 2018 so far. We could have better trash, but they're gonna have to try really hard.
Same with A Place Further Than the Universe, because I watched the first episode and I was like, that was okay. I'm not big on the Antarctica plot, whatever. I'll probably watch it later. Then Tyler locked it in, and then I kept going with it. I was like, holy crap, this is phenomenal.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to think of it when I first saw the description.
Yeah.
Which that description now, okay, I get it. That makes a lot of sense. Why would you use that for the actual thing?
I think that might be, we talked about Haku Hoshin Engi being the reason why we're letting an episode of everything come out before we do our poll. This is the other half of that reason.
Yeah. And like, I even know some people out there are like, I don't care about the Antarctica plot, whatever. Get your head out of your ass. Watch the show. It's so good. Even like you don't need to care about the premise to get engrossed in the characters. I was not expecting to get as attached to everyone as I was.
After the Rain is, again, a weird one here because I expected it to be Citrus Part 2.
I think a lot of people did.
Yeah.
That's the thing that had me the most concerned.
Yeah. And just for most of the first half or so, I would come in here every week and be like, yeah, I watched another 3 episodes. I'm still sort of not sure how to feel. I'm sure how to feel now. Like the deftness, which in retrospect, with which it handles its potentially, its minefield of a subject matter.
Yeah.
Is truly impressive.
I love that because that's just real life. That shit just happens. And I like seeing fiction address that especially in a way that can do it well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It would be really easy if in life we were only ever attracted to people that it is entirely appropriate for us to be attracted to.
Yeah.
Not the way real life works.
Yeah.
The straight guy said to the gay man.
It'd be nice if it could be appropriate here.
But
I don't know. When it comes to the definition of the surprise, Madhouse, the name alone, I was like, my bar's up here. And it was met and exceeded, but Killing Bites, it was here. And it was all the way up here.
Yeah, see, I think I'm in a weird spot with these two where
I totally see your case for After the Rain.
Yeah, where A Place Further Than the Universe, my expectations were probably lower than they should have been if I had taken a hot second to remember, oh, no, Madhouse makes good stuff. Or, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I was expecting it to be just cutesy bubblegum garbage.
I was expecting K-On! Yeah. It was not that.
I wasn't expecting K-On!, but I was expecting. Here's the thing: there's nothing wrong necessarily with K-On!.
I was expecting Beck from K-On!, so yes, there is.
Oh, I see. That's your fault.
I know.
But here, here's the thing: you expected K-On! From Beck. I feel like.
No, Beck. I didn't expect anything.
Oh wait, did you not like Beck?
I loved it.
No. Here, I'm saying you were expecting.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you were
absolutely.
expecting Kaon for Beck in this situation.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and
And-
that is the parallel here.
And yeah, see, for me, I don't know. I was looking at the show like, okay, it's Madhouse. It could be really cute and over the top, but it's gonna be really well animated. I know that. I had no idea what to think when I was going into it. I can't say it was the biggest surprise for me. That was Killing Bites. There's just no comparison for me.
I almost locked Killing Bites
I almost
Because-
did too, man.
because I watched a trailer for it and I'm like, you know what? This could still be just terrible, but this could also be the best garbage. And I hope it's the best garbage. And trust me, it exceeded my wildest hopes for it. But I did have hopes for it. Believe it or not.
That's amazing.
I think the second we crossed the two mountains, it just skyrocketed for me. And you have to watch this. Like, this is, I've never seen anything. I have seen shows like this in the 90s. They were in Blockbuster.
Which, by the way, the ending to this show only further cements it.
Totally.
But you know what? I think those, like, I would take this over Ninja Scroll.
Oh, yeah.
I would take this over so much of that trashy exploitative shit that I watched back then. Like, this is doing all that with a nod and a wink. And a level of self-awareness and joy.
Oh, yeah.
Great. Now we're gonna have you dodge people in the comments angry about that Ninja Scroll comment. Shit.
I don't know. I fall in the camp of I was hopeful that Killing Bites would actually be good, but I was not expecting it to be this good. And I think it overall just speaks more to its quality that there was never a single knife for that whole show.
My God, there wasn't.
Like, that's insane. That's
Yeah.
so good.
Oh, yeah, I don't think we ever actually held up the cards for that last episode.
Oh.
But, for the
Oh,
record.
yeah, of course.
Duh.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I keep coming back to After the Rain, which even after it was out for the longest time, like, I was hearing, like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's surprisingly good. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, there are people saying the same thing about Citrus. Get out of here.
Okay. I'll meet you halfway on the having like expectations for Killing Bites, like knowing that it'd be something I would probably enjoy, but not of actual like objective quality,
Yeah.
if you want to say. So I haven't seen After the Rain. I have an inkling that I would like it, but I will still tell you that even hearing everything about it, my expectations are still kind of low. But I do want to see it, and I will probably still like it, or probably like it.
I loved the premise. I was just scared.
Oh, I hated the premise, especially the way it was presented in the little synopsis.
Oh yeah,
Just made it seem like the worst wish fulfillment ass. Like, hey, repulsive middle-aged otaku.
Yes,
What if
yeah.
there was a hot 17-year-old who was way into you for some reason?
But see, I love that. I love that premise because you just said it was done exactly the way I'd want it to be done. I love complicated, crazy shit like that that could easily be trash because when it's done well, it's fucking great.
So I think that's just a personal thing then, down to that.
Yeah, I mean that's why this category is rough for me because my personal expectations were so different from you guys.
Maybe then that this shouldn't have been. Maybe this shouldn't be a.
Yeah, maybe next time this should be a personal award, not a panel award.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah. So then why don't we just treat it like a personal award? Mine was Killing Bites.
I'd probably have to go with A Place Further in the Universe.
After the Rain, no contest.
Yep. See. Yeah. I'm really glad then that we
Yeah.
decided that this. Yeah. Personal. Okay. Cool.
Well, if that's the case, I mean, this is kind of the dark mirror of that category. We might want to consider whether this should also
Is this
be
the okay? Yeah.
be a personal award. Most disappointing show. We've got down here Cardcaptor Sakura, Junji Ito Collection, Hakyu Hoshin Engi, Kokoku, and Ancient Magus Bride.
Yeah. I think we'll have to have this be a because. Yeah.
I think if we're doing one as
Ah.
personal, we kind of got to do the other.
Yeah.
Sure, that's
These are
fine.
two sides of the same coin.
Ancient Magus. I'm sorry.
I agree with that.
Ancient Magus.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's a panel one.
That's
Yeah, Ancient Magus far and away
Yeah.
biggest disappointment.
And
Junji Ito slightly, but Ancient Magus had a pedigree that
yeah.
who knows?
Yeah, that was worse. That is worse.
Yeah.
well, that was easy.
Yeah. And sad.
Yeah.
It is. It's disappointing.
This one might also be easy. I don't know. This one was really easy last season. It was so easy, it's named after it. It's the King's Game Memorial Zombie Award for the show that lived longest past its time.
Junji Ito.
I will fess up to Junji Ito. I think Junji Ito went on way too long. I think there were so many alarm bells of Kieran, stop it. You're hoping and seeing something that's not there. It's really bad.
I think the one the one counter argument I would make to that is that Hakame and Mikochi was on that poll twice and won twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My counterpoint, it was never as painful as Junji Ito got.
I don't know,
was-
man. It was pretty fucking boring.
Yeah.
In that middle slump, episodes like 6, 7, 8, that whole like little dip there, pretty boring.
Man. What else do we have?
Here's the thing. The three are the ones that we just said, Junji Ito and Hakame and Mikochi. The third nominee is Kokaku.
Oof. Oh, I would put Kokoku above Hakume and Mikochi. That
Man,
we had hope. We were like, no, it'll get better.
It'll get
It could
better,
get better.
yeah.
And it didn't.
how long did that go for?
I'm pretty sure that died before either of the others is the thing.
It did, but here's the
did.
thing. Hakume and Mikochi had just like a rough patch where Kokoku just got...
But here's the other thing. Like, what else should have died? Should Kokaku have died before that it didn't? Like,
Did we keep ramens after Kokoku?
I think,
I think
can't
Ramens
remember.
died first.
yeah, only
Okay.
because they were both on the wheel.
That's right. That's right.
So,
Man,
like, honestly, I think this is Junji Ito, Hakame, and Mikochi.
Aw.
I'm fine with calling Junji Ito the number one out of those two.
I'd say Junji Ito Kokoku. I think we all knew it was bad.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We knew it was bad.
We
and
all
thought
knew
would
it was
get better.
bad, but we were like, but it can get better.
Yeah,
but it can get better.
That is how we felt about that, and that's why it feels like that's why it feels more like a zombie to me than Hakume and Mikochi.
I can dig that, and he's the only one that finished Hakame and Mikochi. That's why I'm hesitant to put that on there, I guess.
Yeah. All right, I can get behind that. The King's Game Memorial Zombie Award, runner-up, Kokaku, winner, ? Junji Ito. Guys, we're getting into the home stretch, but these last two categories might be rough. I don't know. Let's see.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, this one's probably going to be easy. Actually, I don't know. Maybe. Well, let's just jump into
Let's do it.
Best finale.
Best finale. Oh my god.
There can
Okay, there can only be one.
Yep, there can be only one, but
And-
right now there's three because there are three that had their finales this season that we saw the finales this season.
Fuck, man.
Devilman counts too.
Oh yeah.
yeah, no, that's
you're
true.
Right.
I
Devilman
did
totally
not-
counts.
Okay,
Stop hating on Devilman.
adding
Well,
that.
we did it really weird. So
No,
I don't blame him.
I forgot Devilman was a thing. I forgot Devilman was a thing when we were writing this list for the first time.
It's like, yo, dude, you gotta put that shit in there.
Yeah, and I'm glad we did because not only did it win a bunch of stuff, it got my husbando.
All right, A Place Further Than the Universe, Killing Bites, Ancient Magus Bride, and Devilman. I will throw out there that I think After the Rain had a very satisfying finale.
We can all agree Ancient Magus out,
Yep.
Yup.
right?
Yep.
Yup.
Yep.
Yup.
Most of these I'm just putting a little X by. That one I'm actually deleting.
Okay, so question. How do we feel about the ending to Devilman Crybaby?
I do not care for it.
Yeah?
It is a big, confusing mess.
I mean, it's not confusing to me, but it is a big mess. It is definitely a big mess. So to that extent,
I mean, the very ending isn't confusing. God blows up the world recoagulates. The end.
I mean everything leading up to that isn't confusing to me.
There's a big. It's just clumsy. It's badly done. All that stuff we were talking about before. There's devils in test tubes. Why? What?
I said it was a mess. I flat out said it's a mess. It's just not confusing. It's just kind of poorly done. So did that
Make me your arms, devil man. I'll be your devil arm because apparently you can do that now.
Who cares?
fucking
It's Katai. He invented it.
anyway? Point being, I like the ending enough to not call it bad, but I'm not going to argue that it should be in the top 2. For me, it is a fight between Place Further Than the Universe and Killing Bites.
Killing Bites is really good.
I think it's Killing Bites, and I'm not particularly bothered what takes the 2 spot.
I love my trash, but I've got to put Place Further Than the Universe as my number 1.
What happens in it?
It was a very satisfying conclusion, but it was all just like with a couple of exceptions. Seeing Shirase smile,
Yeah, like
that was heartwarming.
The
speech was great.
her seeing the email from her mom with the picture. Those are the standout moments to me. Everything else, I can.
The baseball
mentally
game,
throw
don't
out.
give a shit.
Don't give a shit.
Magooby went to the Arctic. Okay, fine, whatever. I've expressed my opinion on that plot point.
Shiraishi gets to hug her mom. Cool.
Yeah.
Who knows how that relationship will go?
Her mom actually dies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's all perfectly good. It's perfectly serviceable. It is necessary, in fact, but it's not the standout part of that story. The climax in episode 12 is.
And like I guess that's the thing is like the finale seems of a Place Further Than the Universe isn't bad, but I feel like as an extra episode, it didn't do anything that we hadn't already seen, I guess. And it's all stuff that had already been tied. Like every loose end of the girls' relationships had been resolved, aside from Shirase's, who we get that very nice moment for. That's the biggest thing in its favor.
Yeah, I think it was a lovely look back at the journey they've taken and how far they've come. I think you do need that, but it's the journey that's the thing.
Like, honestly, I feel like I love how it ended, but like most other finales will do something else huge, then resolve that as well. We got nothing huge.
I feel like, okay, so here's the thing. Finale is that's a weird thing to say. Because if you look at the finale for this show, for A Place Further Than the Universe, it's kind of impossible to ignore episode 12. Because that is the huge emotional climax of it. And then everything else after that is kind of the following action from it. And I'm glad we had that whole episode of following action. Yeah. But if that, like, some finales include the climax into the following action. And it's difficult because if I had to be honest, nothing's going to beat episode 12 for me. Nothing in Killing Bites comes close. But if we want to talk about like an ending that just went crazy and a bunch of surprises, Killing Bites had that. It's very surprising. It does a lot of crazy things. I can't believe we have a time skip to 2 years in the future where Yuya is an anti-hero.
Which he's whatever he is, and bring on season 2.
Yeah.
Like the fact that it made me give a shit about Yuya.
That's a fucking feat.
M. Night Shyamalan wishes he could write a twist that surprising.
I still like the last 5 minutes of the Killing Bites finale. I couldn't say a word. I was just in awe. And then
can you believe they pulled that shit? That's amazing.
It's so good. And then now we're setting up for Killing Bites GX with the Therianthrope Academy. And I'm like, sure, fine.
It's not even an academy. That's just an arena.
It's so cool. I love what they do with it. But man, Devilman's finale is incredible. Everything in it is a spectacle.
It is insanity.
It is a spectacle.
It is.
I will give it that.
If you want a giant explosion, the symbolism, the repeated imagery of Rio not taking the baton, unable to take anything that Akira's trying to give him. I love that. They go to you see the flashback sequence. You actually see him like kind of coming into his own as Satan, embodying this thing he's kind of suppressed or didn't really know about. And the world fucking ends. And that last shot is like fucking seared into my brain of them on the rock with the torso of Akira and Satan crying as God nukes the planet. That's so cool to me.
It is insane.
Those are all cool things on paper that they had to rush so hard to get to them.
He's not wrong.
They did.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that's killing me over here is that I can't disagree that when it came to that finale, I was sitting there, mouth agape, like holy shit, that actually happened. Mm-hmm. It would have been better if they could have actually made more of it actually work as a build-up. Instead, it's just kind of you're thrown into the middle of it.
Yeah.
Like, as insane as this sounds, like the storytelling in the Killing Bites finale was better.
No,
Yes.
and yeah, if you want to talk storytelling, sure. You want to talk about finality and a finale to a story about demons and angels and what it means to be human? I don't know. That was so fucking neat to me.
I agree.
A Place Further Than the Universe, I think, was really good. Mm-hmm. The whole thing. I think the finale was not the strongest episode.
Which isn't a knock on the finale.
No.
And here's the other thing. We have a category for best episode.
Yep. I'm fine with Killing Bites Devilman.
Oh my god. We're such trash.
I would love that's my personal feeling. I think I would probably put Devilman higher because of just art. There was art all over my face. And then Killing Bites. I also loved Killing Bites. I had no idea what was going to happen. And with this setup leading into it, all it did was exactly what it needed to make me want more.
I think my fangs have dulled because I don't have much of an argument left to be made here.
The only argument I would make against Killing Bites would be to question, is it actually a finale, considering that it doesn't actually finish the story?
I would consider it one.
Yeah. I would consider it one if only because they're all... Let's get real, they're not getting a season 2.
Yeah, probably not.
Don't tell me that.
And... like, I love some cliffhanger endings. I like the end of Berserk 97, even though it's not really the ending.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do too.
Don't worry, in 4 years we'll get Killing Bites or whatever, and
it's all CG.
Yep. You read my mind.
Hell yeah.
This is okay. Let's just make the decision. I would personally go if Place is out, if the universe is out, like I would probably go with Killing Bites Devilman.
Best finale, Winter 2018. Runner-up, Devilman Crybaby. Winner, Killing Bites. And speaking of finales, guys, we've got only one more category left.
Oh boy, let's do it.
We can all go home and have sex with our spouses and or girlfriends. Let's do it. Best episode. The nominees, to which we can add should we feel the need. The nominees are episode 16, God's Mill Grinds Slow But Sure, a.k.a. the Christmas episode from Ancient Magus Bride. Episode 6, Who Cares? A.k.a. the one with the Cobra Cannons, Killing Bites. Episode 7, Hellshake Yano, Pop Team Epic. Episode 12, A Place Further Than the Universe, a.k.a. the one with the laptop at the end, A Place Further Than the Universe. And Episode 9, Go to Hell, You Mortals, a.k.a. the one where everyone dies, Devilman Crybaby.
Fucking episode 12. Yeah, wow. I mean, how do you
That would be
I
my
th-
strong pick.
Jesus.
I think I think that's number one. What's number two?
I would posit that the Hellshake Yano segment was amazing.
Oh yeah,
That's insane.
It's
That's
so
cool.
good.
It is phenomenal. I couldn't tell you a thing about the rest of the episode.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
and
the
that's I think that'll be its undoing.
Yeah. So I think we can cut Hellshake Yano.
I think the Christmas episode of Ancient Magus is one of the best episodes of Ancient Magus. It's got such heart, such character.
It's really good.
It's like it was the brightest point of the entire season. Like I loved that episode. Now, does it compare to the Cobra Cannons?
I don't know, man. I feel like that was something. That's a joy I haven't felt in a long time.
Is that pure insanity of those two
Yeah.
snake dicks on screen?
Uncensored.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Neither could I, man.
That whole episode just kept escalating too, with the gecko or the full transformation. She's just a gecko with tits. It's just insane.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna pull up my notes here and see if I can find my notes for that episode.
Other than that, what was that? What's left?
The Devilman
Oh.
episode that had that's the one where like everyone dies and ends with Devilman killing people. It's also the scene with him like in front of everybody with the whole Christ allegory thing.
Oh,
is that also-
fuck. I really like
That's the
that.
email scene. Oh, me too.
Is that also the one where everybody's in the house and the mob breaks
Yeah.
in?
Yes, that's that one.
That's,
Yeah,
that is a
actually.
And it's
clear-
I think it's also the one with the kid getting shot.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I think that was actually the episode before.
No, you're right. That's episode 8. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's my second pick. Like
That's what I would go for.
That is such an emotional high. There's so much going on there. It's such a beautiful, tragic episode.
Yeah. If that bit with the kid being a squid now and getting shot, if that was in the same episode, that would be like the perfect episode of Devilman.
Yeah.
But
No, I think that was the episode prior. Now I think about it.
Killing Bites episode 6. Trying to see what else happened there. That's the one where.
Do you just have Cobra cannons in all caps?
Actually.
Actually-
Oh wait, you didn't have any for that. You did not have notes for that one.
Oh, I might have written down the wrong episode number. Because hold on.
It's not 5, is it?
Um.
I thought it was 6.
Sorry, folks. We'll cut this out of the YouTube version. We got to get our story straight. Yeah, it might be 5.
It's episode 6.
It is episode 6. Okay.
Okay.
I guess I just didn't write about it in the.
I think Scott's right
Oh,
that you didn't write any notes.
No, I remember. I pointed it out. I was like, I think
Yeah.
I remember
That's
that.
right,
But
that's
I pointed
right.
out that you what?
Yeah, that's right. I just didn't mention it in my plot synopsis because it's not like we were gonna forget.
As much as I love it for the meme pick, I think Devilman episode 9 is the show at its best
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, I think ultimately, like, the Cobra Cannons is really just in there for the Cobra Cannons. The rest of the episode was good, like
Yeah.
every episode of Killing Bites.
Yeah.
But it's really just in there for that one moment.
Yeah.
And if it's down to if it's down in the runner-up spot for the Christmas episode of Ancient Magus versus episode 9 of Devilman, I think Ancient Magus told a very nice, sweet story in the time that it had. But I mean, you're right. That is the episode of Devilman.
Yeah.
I think it might be 12 of Place Further Than the Universe, and 9 of Devilman. Guys,
I think so.
Best episode, Winter 2018. Runner-up, episode 9, Go to Hell, You Mortals, a.k.a. the one where everyone dies, Devilman Crybaby. Winner, episode 12, A Place Further Than the Universe, a.k.a. the one with the laptop at the end. A Place Further Than the Universe. And we haven't really talked about that one because it's just self-evident, but I think it should be noted, like, that bit with the laptop at the end was, I mean, it was the crescendo of the entire series. The rest of the episode was solid as hell. Like, that moment would not have worked if the build-up to it hadn't been so spectacular.
It's remarkable. All the scenes in the Snowcat, the build up to getting in the Snowcat, those quiet moments as they look out into a inhabitable snowstorm. It's beautiful, amazing. It works so well. And yeah, you're right.
The safety warnings and remembering, this is how your mom and my best friend died.
The flashback.
Yeah, the flashback of Shirase getting the news.
Yeah. No, it's amazing.
Yeah. Above and like this show became my bride of this season largely on the strength of this episode because it is one of those series defining episodes. Everything before it is leading up to it. Everything after it, I mean the one episode, but is coming down from it.
Yep. And what a great place to hit the peak.
Yeah.
Man, the second to last episode, way to go.
Yep.
I mean, after that, it could have been after, who cares? Just whatever. You did it.
It's very good. If you haven't watched it yet, if this hasn't convinced you, please try it. You gotta.
Like, here's the thing. This show spoke to me on a very personal level. If it does not speak to you on that level, like, you'll know. And then it's still a fantastic show. That might be for you or it might not be. But for those like myself who this show is for, there is nothing else in television, in literature, and I can't think of another story about grief and loss that spoke to me this way. And maybe it was just a matter of right place, right time for me, but
God bless it.
Yeah. It's awesome. I'm glad you got it too. I'm glad you got to enjoy this. I'm glad we all did. It was such.
Thanks,
such
Tyler.
Thanks, Tyler.
Thank you, saving us from bad anime.
It's really funny. I almost locked in a different show called Miss Koizumi Loves Ramen, and all it is the main character gets cucked by her friends. She wants to go eat food with this one girl, but she never does, but her friends do.
I'm glad you picked this instead.
Yes. And speaking of picking things, guys, tomorrow at... Did we definitively figure out? Is it 1? Did you get your thing?
It's going to be 1 or... if we say 1:30, is that a problem?
Yeah, let's make it 1:30.
Okay, cool.
Tomorrow... for those of you watching on Twitch, for those of you watching on YouTube, sorry, this has already happened.
Yep.
It's in the past. We're going to flip on that streamy switch, 1:30 Central Time. We're going to watch the trailers for everything that's going to be on the poll, and we're going to, picking dodgeball team style, we're going to take turns picking what each one of us will watch just the first episode of, so that we can come at you 1 week from today and just come in, just say, hey, here's the 7 things that I watched. What do you think? Here's what I think. Here's what I liked. Here's what I think each of you would like. Here's what I think the people at home would like. Come watch it with us, and please vote wisely on the poll. And then 2 weeks from today, new season, new day, crazy times. Everybody on Twitch, everybody on YouTube, everybody on Patreon, we thank you, as always, for the love and support. We will see you next time. We've been streaming for like 9 hours. Let's go home.
Bye.
Bye.